If you wake up stiff, tired, or achy, even after what should have been a full night's rest, your body is trying to tell you something. It's inflamed. Most people spend half a year or more trying to fix this. But what if I told you there's a real way to feel better in 30 days? In our practice, we've discovered the body already has a built-in three-phase system to clear inflammation. The problem is most people skip steps or don't even know what the steps are. That's why it takes so long or never works at all. When you follow this system the right way, you'll wake up energized, pain-free, and ready to take on the day in just 1 month. And today, I'm sharing exactly how you can do it too. But first, let's start with why everything you've tried hasn't worked. It's a bit overwhelming with how many solutions there are for dealing with inflammation. Cut out gluten, dairy, seed oils, and processed foods. Start taking supplements like turmeric, fish oil, and curcumin. And to be fair, this does work at first. After a week or two, you can notice real changes. Often joint pain drops, brain fog starts lifting, and energy comes back. At this point, many patients think they finally cracked the code. But this is where it ends. After 4 weeks or so, it's not uncommon for the joint pain, brain fog, and energy to plateau. Sometimes it might even revert back and get worse. Why is that? The real reason is quite simple. Elimination alone doesn't reverse inflammation. It just stops making it worse. Let me show you what I mean. Inflammation is kind of like oil starting a house fire, with flames burning in different rooms. When you eliminate inflammatory foods like gluten, dairy, sugar, seed oils, you're doing one thing. You're removing the gasoline. And that's good. The fire stops spreading to new rooms and doesn't get bigger. But the problem is the flames are still burning. Your body is still sitting on months, maybe years of inflammation. And unfortunately, no amount of clean eating is going to put those fires out. Damage control through elimination isn't enough. It's playing defense. With inflammation, you need to play offense, something that actively clears the inflammation that's already there. And your body has a system designed to do exactly that. It's called the resolution pathway. It works like this. When your body detects an injury, an infection, or bacteria invading, your immune system creates inflammation to fight it. That's normal. That's what it's designed to do. But once the injury heals, or the infection clears, through special molecules called specialized pro-resolving mediators, SPMs for short, your immune system is supposed to send a very clear signal to your immune cells. The threat's over. Clean up damage and shut everything down. That's how inflammation is supposed to resolve. But for most people it doesn't, because most people can't make these SPM molecules anymore. They're missing the raw materials and their body needs to produce them. The good news is that's what this three-phase protocol we've discovered does. It gives your body everything it needs to actively resolve the inflammation that's already built up. You have to do it in a specific sequence. You have to start with phase 1. Sealing the gut barrier. As we covered, it's not enough to stop eating inflammatory foods or take all the right supplements. There's something still triggering inflammation every single day. Every single meal, actually. It's in your gut, specifically the gut lining, a 1-cell thick wall that separates your food from your bloodstream. And most people with chronic inflammation, it's broken. There are microscopic holes where things are leaking through that shouldn't be. Modern processed foods, chronic stress, NSAIDs like ibuprofen, antibiotics, alcohol, all of these damage the tight junctions between your intestinal cells. When that happens, toxins from gut bacteria leak into your bloodstream, triggering your immune system. Plus, 70% of your immune system lives in your gut lining, which is why this creates widespread systemic inflammation, manifesting as joint pain in your knees, brain fog, fatigue, skin issues, and much more. Most gut healing protocols sadly don't seal those gaps. Sure, probiotics support the microbiome, digestive enzymes help break down food. Both of them are good for digestion, but neither of them physically rebuild the barrier. Instead, you need specific nutrients that directly seal the gut lining. In phase 1, days 1 through 10, we use 3 gut repairs. L-glutamine, zinc carnosine, and butyrate. L-glutamine, 5 to 10 grams daily, is the primary fuel for your intestinal cells. It's what they use to regenerate and repair. Zinc carnosine directly repairs the gut lining at the cellular level. Butyrate strengthens the protective mucus layer. Combined, you have a powerful gut sealant that stops re-triggering inflammation with every meal. And your immune system finally gets a break. But that's only half the battle. And that's where phase 2 comes in. So you've sealed the source, your gut barrier is no longer leaking, you're not re-triggering inflammation with every meal anymore. And you think, that's where healing should start, right? For a lot of people, it doesn't. Phase 1 only stops new inflammation, doesn't do anything about the damage that's already built up. Often years of decades of buildup. Your body doesn't have the fuel to clear that damage. Chronic inflammation has destroyed your mitochondria, your cellular energy factories. And without them functioning, your cells can't produce enough energy to actually heal. These are the little powerhouses that produce ATP, your body's energy currency. They fuel every single process in your cells, from tissue repair, detoxification, immune function, everything. Unfortunately, chronic inflammation creates free radicals that break down mitochondria from the inside. When your mitochondria are broken, your cells are running on fumes, like a factory with the power grid down. No matter how many workers you have, nothing gets done. Your body wants to heal. It knows what to do, but it literally doesn't have the energy to complete the process. So in phase 2, days 10 through 20, we restore mitochondrial function with 4 ingredients. CoQ10 in the ubiquinol form, PPQ, alpha-lipoic acid, and NAD boosters. CoQ10 directly supports energy production inside your mitochondria. PPQ triggers the growth of new mitochondria. Your body literally starts building more power plants. Alpha-lipoic acid protects your mitochondria from oxidative stress. NAD boosters restore your cellular's energy currency, the raw material mitochondria need to produce ATP. When you take these 4 after sealing your gut in phase 1, our patients see dramatic changes. Energy comes back in, mental clarity sharpens, brain fog lifts. Their cells actually have the fuel to start repairing damage. Even with energy restored, there's one final problem. Having energy isn't enough. Your body still needs to actively signal the resolution process. Your immune cells don't automatically know when to stop. They need specific instructions like stop producing inflammatory cytokines, start clearing debris, start shutting down the response. Those instructions come from SPMs, those specialized pro-resolving mediators we talked about at the beginning. Without them, your immune system never gets the all clear. Sadly, most people can't make these SPM molecules anymore. That's what we solve in phase 3, days 20 through 30. At this point, you've done 2 things. You've sealed the gut, you're not re-triggering inflammation anymore. You restored mitochondrial function, your cells have energy to heal. And maybe you feel better, significantly better. Our patients report their energy's back, brain fog is clearing, pain is dropping. But there's still residual inflammation. Not as bad as it was, but it's still there. This could be a low-grade ache in your joints, slight stiffness in the morning, or a lingering heaviness. We demand a full recovery for all of our patients, and that means giving your body what it needs to produce those SPMs, the molecules that signal your immune system to shut down inflammation and start cleanup. Your body needs omega-3 fatty acids to make them, specifically EPA and DHA. These are the building blocks your body uses to create SPM. But modern diets are loaded with omega-6s from seed oils and processed foods. Soybean oil, canola oil, corn oil, they're in everything. Most people are getting 20-to-1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3s when it should be closer to 4-to-1 or 3-to-1. Omega-6s and omega-3s compete for the same enzymes in your body. When you have too many omega-6s, your bodies can't convert omega-3s into SPMs, even if you're taking fish oil. So inflammation never fully resolves. The solution to this is found in the resolution pathway discovered by Dr. Charles Shahan's research at Harvard Medical School. They showed your body has specific molecules, resolvins, protectins, Marsins that actively signal inflammation to shut down, but you can only make them if you have enough omega-3s. So in phase 3, days 20 through 30, we flood your body with high-dose omega-3s, 3 to 4 grams of EPA and DHA daily. Not the standard 1 gram you see on most fish oil bottles, 3 to 4 grams therapeutic doses, plus vitamin D and magnesium, the helper nutrients your body needs to actually convert those omega-3s into SPM. Without them, your body can't complete the conversion process. Once your body has these materials, it can finally produce the SPMs needed to shut down inflammation. This is when chronic inflammation disappears completely. Brain fog lifts entirely. Joint pain goes away. When you wake up and you realize you can actually feel good again. Okay, that was a lot, but you can see how supercharged this process is. By day 30, not month 30, you've restored your body's ability to actively resolve inflammation. Not just manage it or reduce it, actually clear it out and shut it down. Now, I know what you're thinking. Do I really need all 3 phases? Can I just skip to phase 3 and take all the omega-3s? It doesn't work that way. If you jump straight to phase 3 without sealing your gut first, every meal re-triggers inflammation throughout that broken barrier. You're fighting a battle you can't win, trying to resolve inflammation while your gut keeps creating more. The omega-3s can't do their job. This is why sequencing matters. We've created the foundation for the next phase. Phase 1 stops new inflammation, so phase 2 can work. Your gut barrier seals and inflammation stops. Now your body can focus on healing instead of constantly fighting new battles. Phase 2 restores energy, so phase 3 can work. Your mitochondria come back online. Your cells have power again. Now, when you flood your system with omega-3s, your cells have the energy to convert them into SPMs. Phase 3 activates the resolution pathway so inflammation actually clears. Those SPMs get produced and signal your immune system to shut down and clean up. The result is the chronic inflammation that's been sitting there for months, maybe years, finally gets cleared out. Perhaps you're wondering, is all this actually supported by science, or is this just supplementing marketing? The gut barrier research comes from Dr. Fasano at Harvard. He discovered zonulin and proved that leaky gut precedes autoimmune disease. The mitochondrial dysfunction research is also well studied. Studies show chronic inflammation damages mitochondria, and restoring mitochondrial function is essential for tissue repair. The resolution pathway was discovered by Dr. Charles Sherhan's team at Harvard Medical School. They identified the specific molecules, resolvins, protectins, marcins that your body produces from omega-3s to actively shut down inflammation. Everything we covered is cutting-edge research that many doctors don't know about yet. Now, we know some people are wondering, is there a way to eat naturally and let your body heal longer? You can, and it might work. In 6 to 12 months, maybe longer, your body will slowly heal the gut barrier, eventually restore some mitochondrial function, possibly start producing SPMs if you get enough omegas from your food. But we're not interested in eventually. We're interested in 30 days, and that requires therapeutic doses at specific sequences. That's the difference between hoping your body figures it out and giving it exactly what it needs when it needs it. If you've made it this far, here's what I want you to do. If you're dealing with chronic inflammation and you're ready to reverse it in the right way, in the right sequence, book a discovery call with our team at Vive Wellness. We'll walk you through your specific situation, run the diagnostic tests to see where your inflammation is coming from, and build out your personalized 30-day protocol. Links in the description. And if you want to learn more about one of the supplements we've used in this protocol, especially for brain fog and mental clarity, check out the next video. It's a legal powder that gives you deep focus, and the science behind it is really fascinating.